Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because we're diving into some pretty explosive rumors that could shake up the NFC North, and more specifically, give the Green Bay Packers a major boost heading into the 2024 season. The chatter on the street, fueled by some insider whispers and reports from ESPN's Diana Rossini, suggests that the Titans might be willing to part ways with one of their key defensive stars, Jeffrey Simmons. And if this trade materializes, it could be a game-changer for the Packers' defense, especially on the interior line. Now I know what you're thinking, Simmons, that's huge. And it is. Let's break down why this could be one of the most significant moves we've seen this offseason, not just for the Titans, who are clearly in a serious rebuild mode, but also for Green Bay, which is looking to solidify its defensive front and make a real push for a Super Bowl appearance. The Titans, sitting at a 5-12 record last season and clearly rebuilding after a tumultuous 2024, are reportedly looking to move assets as part of their strategic reset. And Jeffrey Simmons, the dominant interior defensive lineman, is at the top of their trade list. Simmons, a player who's been a force on the inside since he entered the league, could be the perfect fit for the Packers, especially considering their recent struggles up front. Since his debut, Simmons has accumulated over 300 tackles, more than 35 sacks, and has been a disruptive presence in every game he's played. His ability to stuff the run, pressure the quarterback, and collapse the pocket makes him a nightmare for offenses. Just last season, he posted 5 sacks and 12 tackles for loss, earning an impressive PFF grade of 87. 2 overall, which puts him among the top interior linemen in the league. Now, what makes this potential trade even more enticing for Green Bay? Well, the Titans seem to be prioritizing cap space and youth development, especially focusing on their quarterback and offensive line. With Simmons costing around $25 million annually, moving him would free up a significant chunk of cap space, estimated at around $10 million, allowing them to invest in younger players and rebuild their roster. The Titans are also looking to shed some of their veteran salaries and build a more cost-effective team for the future, which makes trading Simmons a logical move. For the Packers, acquiring Simmons isn't just about plugging a hole on the defensive line. It's about transforming their entire defense into a formidable force capable of competing with the best in the league. After losing Kenny Clark to injury last season, Green Bay's interior defense struggled to contain the run and generate pressure. The defense allowed an average of 120 rushing yards per game in 2025, which is uncharacteristic of the Packers' traditionally stout defense. Adding Simmons would immediately bolster the defensive line, giving the Packers a player who can dominate at the point of attack and disrupt opposing offenses. The impact on the run defense alone could be significant, potentially reducing the yards allowed by as much as 25% and creating more opportunities for the secondary to make plays. Moreover, Simmons' presence would likely elevate the entire defense's performance. Think about the Rams' Aaron Donald. When he's in the game, the entire defensive front benefits, and opponents have to double-team him or risk being overwhelmed. Simmons has that kind of disruptive ability. His ability to collapse the pocket and generate interior pressure could lead to an increase in sacks, with projections suggesting as many as 12 or more in 2024 for the Packers if he's added to the roster. That's a game changer. Extra sacks mean more second and long situations for the offense, giving Jordan Love more opportunities to execute the offense's game plan and extend drives. And in the NFL, controlling the game's tempo and field position can be the difference between winning and losing. On the offensive side, the Packers would benefit immensely. With a more reliable defense, the offense can play more aggressively, knowing that the defense will hold the fort. This could translate into more possessions, more points, and more opportunities to push for victories. The Packers already have a promising quarterback in Jordan Love, who's shown signs of development but needs a strong supporting cast. A dominant defensive front can take some pressure off him, especially in close games. Plus, the added pressure Simmons would generate could open up opportunities for the secondary to make turnovers, something the Packers have been craving. The impact of this trade could also be seen in the betting odds. Currently, the Packers' Super Bowl odds are hovering around +60, which reflects some skepticism about their ability to contend. But if Simmons joins the team, those odds could significantly improve, potentially dropping to around +200, especially if his presence helps guide the defense into elite status. Historically, teams that add a disruptive interior presence often see their win-loss records improve, and their chances of making a deep playoff run increase exponentially. It's not just about adding a player, it's about shifting the entire dynamic of the team. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and the trade would involve significant draft capital, a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-round pick in 2027, according to the rumors. But for the Packers, who are always looking to build through smart draft choices and strategic signings, this could be a worthwhile investment. The team has been focusing on bolstering their defense after a somewhat inconsistent 2023 campaign, and adding a player like Simmons would be a statement move that signals their intent to contend now rather than later. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off handsomely if Simmons performs up to his potential. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. Bringing Simmons into the fold isn't just about this season. It's about setting a tone for the future. His leadership and presence on the field would inspire the young players on the roster, and his experience in high-pressure situations could be invaluable during the playoff push. The Packers have been building a competitive team, and this kind of upgrade on defense could be the missing piece that elevates them into serious Super Bowl contenders. Remember, teams like the Rams with Donald or the Steelers with Hayward have shown how a dominant interior lineman can be the cornerstone of a championship-caliber defense. Green Bay is looking for that kind of impact, and Simmons could be the guy to deliver it. But let's not forget about the division rival angle. The Vikings and Lions are both making moves to improve their rosters, and the Bears are still trying to find their footing with a new quarterback and coaching staff. The NFC North is getting more competitive every year, and adding a player like Simmons could give the Packers a crucial advantage. If they manage to contain the run game and pressure the quarterback consistently, they could turn close games into wins. That's the kind of difference-maker that separates playoff teams from mere contenders. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, the excitement is palpable. The Packers are already a team on the rise, with Jordan Love continuing to develop and a core of talented players like Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. But the real game-changer could be the addition of Simmons, transforming their defense from a decent unit into an elite one capable of carrying the team deep into January and beyond. The NFL is a league where a single player can shift the entire landscape, and Simmons has that potential. In conclusion, if these rumors turn into reality, the Green Bay Packers will have made a bold statement to the rest of the league. They're not just content with competing, they want to dominate. The potential acquisition of Jeffrey Simmons could be the catalyst that propels them back into Super Bowl contention, especially if they capitalize on the improved defensive performance and capitalize on opportunities on offense. It's a move that makes all the sense in the world when you consider the direction the team is heading, the current roster needs, and the division's evolving landscape. Packers fans, get ready because the upcoming months could be some of the most exciting in recent franchise history. The road to Super Bowl LVII might just get a lot more interesting with Simmons leading the charge on defense. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you believe Simmons is the piece that can push the Packers over the top? Would you trade a first in 2026 and a second in 2027 for such a disruptive force? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. Let's go Pack!